Hi guys. Welcome to yet another episode of the AuraCast. Riley is dancing like a crazy person.
Yeah, we can't see bees, so it's really weird. It's like bees exists, but he's not on screen. So I'm gonna look at my phone. There's bees. Hi, bees.
Hello. It's a delayed response. That's beautiful. So I'm not even gonna. So anyway, welcome. I am DragonBeaz, and yeah, you can hear Danny in the laughing in the background. And because Cinder is all in pieces and his back is a complete mess, we have someone who is 110% better than that other person.
Yeah.
Our amazing graphic designer and a very good friend of mine and of AG, the one and only Riley Bean.
I love beans. It's
And
fabulous.
so we are doing the whole co-hosting duties, and we do have a guest as well today. It's all happening on the AuraCast. Let's play an intro and let's bring the guest on. And we are back, and will you look at that? It's all freaking working. Anyway, it's a Christmas miracle. So, we do have a special guest, and that guest is the latest member to the Aura Guardian stream team, the one and only ReachisBeast. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
So,
Excuse me.
well, Riley doesn't really need an introduction. Riley's kind of part of the furniture these days.
I press buttons.
I press buttons and things happen. Relatable. Mine's more like I press buttons and nothing happens.
No, that's only when Luke's around. Let's go correct.
It just falls apart. So let's. Oh, look at that subtle product placement. Look at that subtle product. Subtle as a brick through a plate glass window. So yeah. Might as well go with tell us about yourself. What do you stream? Who the hell are you? What year is this? I don't know. Go for it. Fire away.
For those who do not know me, I am. My name is Taylor, aka ReachisBeast, and I have been on Twitch actually for coming up on 7 years now. Only actively streaming since about 2015, and primarily what I stream is it's a bit of a mixed bag right now. I've been doing a lot of Galacticraft over in the Nerds and Noobs Minecraft server, but as part of sort of my content overhaul that I'm going to be going into this year, I'm going to be going back into my roots a little bit as with going into first-person shooters. So, like just the other day, I had a stream playing CS:GO for the very first time, so which was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing more. Um, I am, if it wasn't already obvious, I am transgender. I have been openly transgender since about middle of last year is when I officially publicly came out, and I have been very, very happy with that and happy with myself ever since. So it's been quite a journey. It's been quite a road, but I am happy to have all of you here along with me. It's like the Aura Guardians, Nerds and Noobs, just everyone in general have just been absolutely amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So, y'all are awesome.
So
Yay.
I'll send you your check in the mail. There'll be a documentary coming about the behind the scenes, what the true thoughts. No, no, it's awesome to have you on the team. I've known you for quite a while now, and I think you. And I said this last week when we announced you joining the team. I think you're a very underrated content creator, and I think that you'll fit beautifully in with the team.
I'm not gonna lie, you legit were you almost made me cry last week when you were saying those things. So like it.
Well, at least it's for good reasons. I mean, I can make you
Yeah.
cry for other reasons if you want, but
But it that really really means a lot. Um, especially like coming from someone who, at this point, I consider one of my peers. So it
Oh,
really does
God.
mean a lot. So thank you.
The bar is low.
I mean that in the best way. I mean that in the best way.
Set the bar a bit higher if you think I'm a peer. Don't shake your head, Riley.
I'm just thinking of all of the puns that Luke would make at this point. And I'm like, I need to like do him justice, but no, I'm gonna hold off.
Oh God!
I was like, no, you really don't.
Nah, you just let go. You just let let it all. I was gonna say let it all hang out, but that just sounds weird.
No.
So, oh God. So yeah, we were having a bit of a conversation before we went live, and which happens a lot, and then these things usually lead into conversations being able to be held on the AuraCast. And who wants to start that boat moving?
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't remember what we were talking about before?
Which one?
Whichever one
there
you
were
want
many things. There were many things.
We were talking about a lot of things.
The last thing. No, Riley doesn't remember.
No. Because I was talking about Final Fantasy. Or were we talking about Luke? What are we talking about?
We were talking about Luke.
Oh, I don't know. Because we were talking about Luke's shirt.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. So Riley was gonna dress as Luke, yes. But like, Luke's shirt looked like a toga. So
I'm a midget. We got this last time I was on. I'm a midget.
It was an interesting look. Poor Riley. So yeah. Anyway, let's start with what we normally do. What have you been doing this week? What have you been playing? What have you been up to? Whoever wants to start.
Ladies first, bees. Fam.
What yeah?
Fam.
Oh, I don't. I look. I just treat Reach like Reach. It's Reach. You know. It's like Luke. Like I treat Reach like I treat Luke.
I'm not sure if that's. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be complimented or offended by that. I actually don't know.
But either or, just go with it. Far away.
As far as like what I've been playing, pretty much like a lot of what I just said a few minutes ago. Mainly like Galacticraft, CS:GO. I just recently re-downloaded Fallout Shelters, the Fallout mobile game, on my phone because it's still up and running. Because we were actually we were talking about it on my podcast, the Land Party, shameless self plug, on Thursday, because we opened with talking about the passing of the co-founder and CEO of ZeniMax Media, of which Bethesda is part of that umbrella. And so as part of that, we were just sort of like reminiscing about our favorite Bethesda game memories. And I mentioned Fallout Shelters and how much fun I had playing it a few years back. And I thought, you know what? I think I actually... Is it still up? Can I still download? Oh my God, I actually can. And I just started a brand new vault last night. So
I think you can also play it on PC fun these days as well.
I think you can.
I think it's available on, I want to say Steam, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure, but been playing a little bit of that on the mobile side, and then like I said, getting into CS:GO, and possibly here soon getting back into the arena of Halo competitive.
Hey.
So, because I remember playing the arena playlist in Halo Reach on my 360 way back in the day, and actually having a lot of fun there. I was never ranked really high, but it was still a lot of fun, and I'm actually rather excited to get back into the foyer of Halo competitive.
And Riley, I know you've had some technical problems with your Switch this week, but
right. So, all right, I'll do Luke first, right? So, as Luke, I have been playing lots of Hades and also getting ready for the Haven Dream Challenge. Woo. Riley, however, has just been playing Animal Crossing and trying to find the best turnip prices. But then his Switch died on Sunday and I almost lost my island. But okay, it's fixed. Yeah, I'll just play Animal Crossing because I'm just working all the time doing Beaz's thumbnails. So
whoa. Of course you had to throw that in there.
You appreciated me last time about the PC. So
I did.
Well, now we're equal.
So what happened with your Switch?
Okay.
Because
right.
I've never heard that happen before at all. So I don't know what,
Right. It's a very complicated story. So I put my Switch in my drawer. I went to bed. I woke up. I did my work. I was like, okay, let's do some more Animal Crossing. Got the Switch out of the drawer, turned it on, just said the memory card was corrupted. And I was like, all right. So I went up to Luke and I was like, Luke, fix it. And he was like, okay, I'll try and fix it. So we had to reformat the memory card. And then he came to me and he said, Rileyy, I've reformatted the card, but there's no data for Animal Crossing. And I said, right, well, that's it. I'm never playing Animal Crossing again. That's it. He was like, why? I said, I've grown too attached to my islanders. I can't do it. He said, I bet you can't name every single islander on your island. And I was like, no. He goes, right, okay, yeah, we're going to try and get your island back. So we loaded it up, like praying. And then suddenly Hornsby was on the screen. I was like, I've been blessed. So I don't know. The memory card suddenly got corrupted and now it's fixed and we're okay. All I did was put it in a drawer. I didn't touch it. I didn't drop it.
Weird. What's in the drawer? Acid or something?
I mean, like I say, there's a poltergeist in this room. So, I've been salting the floors. I've been putting notebooks everywhere. So
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Oh, who was that?
I'm gonna guess that drawer used to maybe hold like some ancient cursed haunted object at some point in its life.
Cool.
Oh no, the whole
carried
drawer
over
is
into
just
your
an Indian burial ground or something.
They're cursed. Don't touch them. Don't touch them. Fine.
Yeah. I've been playing off stream. I mean, I play lots of things on stream, but off stream, I have been playing far too much Destiny, and so I streamed Destiny on Thursday with Pedal for 6.5 hours, which the bulk of that was PvP. That was an experience, because everyone knows how much I love PvP, especially on Destiny 2. And then after that, I played another further 5.5 hours because I wanted the goddamn triumph for resetting 5 times within one season, because officially as of Tuesday, the season of The Chosen has launched. So I would have had to start from scratch. So I played 12 hours of PvP on Thursday.
Yeah, babe.
It was horrific. By the end of it, my brain was mush. I was playing music to help me calm down. I was in VC with Pedal as well, and I felt like the music was getting more. I wanted more and more like heavy, more like upbeat or something. Because I was getting more and more just like, I'm over this. I don't want to do this anymore. Please help me. I want out.
So answer me this. Exactly how much salt had accumulated in your room by the time you were done with all of that? Like, how much it just materialized?
Put it this way, there's no wraiths in this room anymore.
Oh.
They just don't exist. There's a Phasmophobia reference for you all. So, it was an experience. Yep. So yeah, that was my week. Other than that, Pokemon, lots of shiny hunting, getting shinies that I don't want, and getting nowhere with my SPQ, which is wonderful. Bulbasaur as a shiny doesn't exist. So yeah, that's been.
You just have to believe.
I gave up
Shiny
believing.
Bulbasaur is out there. Do not give up on Shiny Bulbasaur. I will fight you.
Well, it's like Shellos. That was like a year-long odyssey of bullshit. That was just like. Finally close that chapter in my life. I can move on now. I feel like I can live life again. It's wonderful. So yeah, so that's been my week. Tiny bit of AG stuff to quickly cover. Applications are open at the moment for the stream team. If you are interested in applying, you can go to auraguardianstv.com and find the Become a Guardian tab, and all the information's there. And there's an application form, and yeah, closes on the 15th, so day after Valentine's Day.
Oh, Pancake Day.
Pancake Day.
Pancake Day.
Who cares about Valentine's Day? As long as you get pancakes, that's all.
Right.
Exactly. So yeah. Pancake Day. It's just No, I'm not making you pancakes. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. What are you giggling about?
Because I can hear you, but I can't see you, so I'm just assuming you're talking to Danny about pancakes.
Yeah, I am talking about because
or Philo. Could be Philo. Philo pancakes.
Oh god, Philo's gonna be so excited because there's snow coming, and he's gonna love that. I had a video of Philo playing in the snow, and he decided that eating it was more important. So I won't have to feed him for the next few days because he'll just live off of snow. Yeah.
Yeah, Philo. Go, Philo.
Yep. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and there's not really any other AG news. We're just working on little bits and pieces, but nothing, groundbreaking at the moment. It's still the start of the year, kind of, and we're still working on some. I got some things planned for the rest of the year, but it's happening. So anyway, I have got one thing we can talk about, and it sort of ties into what Luke and I spoke about a couple of weeks ago with like anniversaries and stuff for games. And so GameSpot put out a list of games that turned 10 years old this year, or that are going to turn 10 years old this year.
I'm about to feel old, aren't I?
I looked at this list and was horrified because it made me feel so old. So, just to go through this list, and if we get to one you want to talk about and you have a personal experience with, or it's a series that you're, interested in, we can talk about it. Or if you just got general comments. And if you're in the chat, you can also give your 10 cents worth, 20 cents worth, Oh, sorry, hang on, we've got a British person here, a quid. Yeah, just putting that out there.
Tuppence.
A shilling. Penny farthing. No, sorry. What? I don't know. That's a bike, isn't it? A penny farthing. Isn't a penny... Hang on, whoa. Before we go any further, isn't a penny farthing the bike with the big wheel? Is that a penny farthing? Yeah, the big wheel.
Rabbit hole.
Oh, look, it's the AuraCast. We go down the rabbit hole all the time. That's how this thing goes.
There you go. Poll up on Twitter.
Poll up on Twitter. Is a pair? Oh no, we don't. Okay, you want to talk about social media before we get onto this thing about gaming? Let's talk about social media, right? I put up Riley, right, and Reach knows because Reach retweeted this, right? I put up a Twitter poll, and this conversation.
Oh God!
Yeah. I put up a Twitter poll, and this conversation started at the end of the Destiny stream. That explains why it was happening, because we had done 6 hours of PvP, and I was wearing my Pikachu snapback hat or cap, that thing, right? I had a genuine discussion with both Petal and Danny about the fact that a cap and a hat is not the same thing. How, right? So I was like, just for the lols, I'll put it up on Twitter, a poll, just to create a bit of social media buzz, as you do, because I'm learning all that shit from somebody. And I got more votes on that than I have on any serious poll where I need a genuine answer.
It is a serious poll, B.
Right?
These are the important questions that need to be answered.
And in all honesty, it was like 89 or 90% to 10% in favor of that a hat is a cap, and a cap is a type of hat. But like that just
is it a piece of clothing that covers your head? It is a hat. That is the definition of a hat.
It's not. Well, it's important that we resolve this so that we can all move forward as a human race. But, like, why do these things... Okay, Mr. Social Media Guru, Riley.
Hello.
Why does shit like this trend better, if that's what I'm using the terms now, trend better than me asking, do you want me to play this, or what games would you like me to see play? Explain to me the logic behind it. Why does the human race think that this is important?
Because it's funny. That's all it is. Because it's funny.
It all goes back to the whole philosophy of do it for the vine.
Like,
it's funny, it's memey, it's entertaining. And
I was laughing all day, literally laughing all day, because it was like you were commenting, and then people were Googling like dictionary definitions and putting screenshots up, and there was like people going, what the hell are these people on about? And it was just this level of like stupid conversation about the simplest of concept and it baffles me. Maybe I'm just living in my own little bubble, but it was like, all right, cool.
It's okay, Beavs. It's just like the sandwich comment and the quokka comment.
Oh, they
Now we add
haunt me.
hats to it. So the hats are gonna haunt you.
Oh no, I got told today. Today it carried on today. No, yesterday. It was yesterday's stream. Sorry, yesterday's stream. One of my viewers, one of my regulars, came in and this whole conversation started again. And they go, "Well, tell me this much: if you wear a quokka on your head vertically, is that a hat?"
Whoever that was, I'm proud of them, right?
It was Chozo.
Chozo.
And I'm like, this is just turning into... You could write a novel at this point about this entire saga of just random stuff. It's a quad. You put a quokka, it's a quad.
It's a
you gotta get those little, like, beaver hats. It'd be a quokka instead.
I'm for it. There you go. That's the next line of merch. That's it. We're sorted.
Well,
6 months, kids.
Just everyone be walking around with quokka beaver hat type things. Oh, beautiful. Why not?
Coming soon to the Dragon Den's merch store, the Quokka collection.
Yeah,
exactly. The quokka
I love
collection.
it. We're doing it.
Is a helmet a hat? Oh my god, we're not starting this on the AuraCast. For the love of all things holy. Well, technically a helmet would be a hat. Isn't it? I would classify a helmet as a hat.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Headwear, headgear. Yes.
So, okay, we're going to do the social media thing here. Okay, so social media-wise, how do you keep up with this stuff? Because I struggle with it, okay? I mean, I'm not great with keeping up with trends and stuff. So, like, how does someone who's in that zone, as to speak, Rileyy, how does one keep up with that?
Simple answer again. You don't. It's impossible to be on social media 24 hours a day, especially given the global circumstances. If you were, you'd probably be going ever so slightly insane.
Oh, well, that happened a long time ago, but like... But like, do you? I don't know. Either of you can obviously. Are you finding that social media has gone even more like? I mean, social media to me has always been weird, but like since the pandemic and lockdown, I'm finding social media is just weird on every level. Like stuff that I would never dream of posting on social media, people post, and I just don't get it. Like, is there a line there? Is there a point where you think, why would you ever, like, do that?
I feel like we need an example here, Beast.
Well, like... people talking about their sex life, for example, is
okay, no.
Which is happening, or like referencing it in that. So like, if you were on, okay, this is where I'm getting at. From a content creation perspective, there are a lot of bigger streamers that I have seen go into those kind of topics online. Why do they do that? Is that for a reaction? Is that for the shock value? Is that whole mentality of any promotion or any like exposure is good exposure, whether it's negative or positive? Is that mentality?
I think you need to remember as well that people's social media is their social media, so sometimes people use it as like a business and a life thing. If you're like advertising it on like a branding account, that's when I'm kind of like, okay, no, don't think that's appropriate. But like, it's like if you start posting on bank receipts on your Twitter, it's like, okay, please, that's no, you're content creating, not your personal one. It's okay. But
why would I post bank receipts?
Well, I'm giving an example. I could have said something else, but I didn't. I was stream appropriate. Okay, Philo has an Instagram page. Okay, is Philo going to be filling it with like his YouTube content because April 1st, Philo takes over the DragonBeaz stream? I'm still vibing with this. Or could Philo just fill it with pictures of all of his lady friends, like personal, business, or male friends? You know, Philo, we don't judge.
I honestly am convinced, and no judgment on Philo here, but I'm pretty sure he's gay.
Yes, Philo, I'm proud of you.
I legit think because like legit, he would rather spend time with me and Danny than Danny's mum, and and he's just obsessed with us.
Hello.
See, Danny thinks so too. We're 100% convinced, and you know what? I fully support him in his life choices.
Shine bright like a philo. Oh, my favorite thing of the whole time. Shine bright like a philo.
All right. Well, anyway, I just had to get that social media. Like, have you seen that kind of stuff, Reach? Like, people. Is there any time you look at someone's posted something, say it's a streamer, and it's the account they primarily use to promote themselves as a streamer, and then they post random, just way too personal stuff? Where is that fine line? Like, do you?
I am a excuse me. I am a very firm believer in what happens in the bedroom should stay in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Obviously, whatever two consenting adults do with each other is completely their business. They're free to do whatever they want. Just if it happens in the bedroom, keep it in the bedroom. Like we don't need to know about that. And honestly, you don't need to be talking about that. It's bringing something that intimate and that personal out into the public eye is honestly it's not okay.
Mhm.
Like it's personal between you and your partner, and it should stay personal. So
Yeah. I've noticed it's more prevalent now than it was before the pandemic. It's always been a thing, but like I've noticed it more personally, and I've actually gotten to the point where I've started unfollowing people on Twitter because I'm just like, why would I don't want to see this on my Twitter feed. I don't want to
no, I
hear
don't blame
about
you.
it. Like, but
I don't blame
yeah, it's yeah, and it's big streamers. Like, it's not just even random like people like Twitter. It's streamers that I have watched for the last couple of years or seen, you know, what they've been doing, and then all of a sudden they're just like sex deprived maniacs. It's like, all right, you don't need to put that on social media. Like, that's not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I just wanted to see. Yeah, what are you laughing at? Why?
How do we get onto this?
We were talking about social media and my poll, and then we were talking about it went.
Welcome to the Aura Guardians Reach. Welcome to the podcast. This is a great topic to be talking about.
Oh look!
Okay, right. Can I ask a question instead then?
I'll go for it.
Can we shine the spotlight on Reach for a second then?
Yeah.
I'm curious about 1,000,001 things. Go Reach. So, question, just a generic thing. I'm going to be that guy and be like, so, what's the journey into content creation been like? Like, when was the moment of like, I want to start doing this? So this is where I am now.
So I started like my gateway into content creation was I'm sure it's a name a lot of us are familiar with, was actually C Nanners. I watched his I just randomly saw on video or on YouTube this video hunted by Morgan Freeman. And I was like, what is this? I click on it, I start watching it, and it's this guy C Nanners and a bunch of other people playing this game called The Hidden, and I was immediately hooked. Like I looked up everyone else in the video, and that's when I realized, oh, like some of these guys like Diction and Gassy Mexican, they don't just make YouTube videos. Oh, like there's a website that they actually live stream on. That's badass. So I'd start watching their live content, and that's when I thought, hey, that actually looks like a lot of fun. I want to give that a try. So I went online and I found the cheapest capture card I could find was a Roxio HD. And it was compatible with my Xbox 360. And I remember it doesn't exist anywhere online anymore, sadly, but I remember my very first live stream on Twitch was playing Minecraft Xbox 360 edition.
Oh my god.
I had it. This is what I started with. I started with my Xbox 360, the cheapest capture card I could find, and a laptop. No cam, no mic. I just hooked everything up, like set up my Twitch account.
Yeah.
Set up the streaming software, and I hit go live. And I just played Minecraft for an audience of 0. But it was some like, and I did all this like from my kitchen table. And I remember, like, yeah, I didn't get anyone watching, but honestly, I didn't care because I was having the time of my life. And over time, like that was back in like 2013, 2014 when I first did that. So, and like over time, I started researching into like more hardware and like messing around with the capture software and stuff like that. And I eventually started getting serious with it when I moved into my first apartment. I actually had a proper setup at my kitchen table. I had my computer, my 360. I had like the two screens in front of me. Um, and I would stream. I would start streaming a lot more regularly. I started promoting it regularly, like on. I started out on my Facebook, just like mainly just like promoting to my friends and family. Eventually branched over and started promoting more on Twitter. And the more I did it, the more I realized that I really enjoyed it. At no point did I ever think this is something that I could do as a career. This was something that I strictly wanted to keep doing as just as a hobby, as something that I could enjoy. That if other people watch and are entertained by it, that's even better. But it's really just something I started doing for me, and I'm so glad that I did because it's just opened so many different doors. It opened the door for me to meet Shinoob, which then opened the door to meet Bees and everyone else in the Nerds and Noobs community, and eventually brought me here to the Aura Guardians. So
That's cute.
At least you didn't have to do. At least you didn't have to do with Kaylee stalking you on Twitter, but that's okay. That's another whole story, that one. But like, so what's your goals moving forward now? Like from this point forward, what do you foresee 2021 being? You know, what is the ReachisBeast plan? Makes it sound like an internet plan, doesn't it?
I would like to start getting my name more out there as a content creator. Obviously, as I said, I never intended to make a career out of this, and to this day, I still don't. Because I currently work a full-time job that I am very happy with. I'm very well off in. I don't really need the extra money, but just seeing how many different opportunities that streaming has opened up for me, I would love to explore what else I can do using Twitch and YouTube as a platform for my content and getting my name out there just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm 5 years ago, I never would have thought I'd made it to this point. I'm I'm a member of a stream team. I have my own podcast. I help administer and moderate not one but two different communities. Um, it's in, in the grand scheme of things, like some people might see them as really rather small accomplishments, and yeah, maybe they are. I don't care. 5 years ago, I never would have thought I'd even be in this sort of position. So I can only keep going up from here. So I'm just really, really excited to see what the future has in store if I stay down this path. And
I,
like part of part of the plan too is like in 2021 overhauling my content. So like kind of getting out of my comfort zone with CS:GO, getting back into Halo competitive, which that'll probably start here in a couple months. And just really kind of like broadening the scope of the games that I play and hopefully broadening my audience. And like I said, just to see what happens. As long as I'm having fun, then I'm happy to keep doing it.
I guess the most important thing, and what I take away from what you've just said there, is that even with goals that you set for yourself, no matter how small they seem to anybody else, it's how important they are to you as a person and as a creator that matters the most. And you know, what you said is so relatable from my perspective. Like, you know, if you'd said to me when I first started, you'd own a stream team and you'd be doing all this crazy stuff, and like, I would have just looked at you and went, "You're insane." You know, and especially this last 6 months, you know, I'm in a different boat with the way things are over here with the pandemic and that, and work and everything. So I'm sort of pretending I'm full-time streaming and attempting to do something with it, but it's like, it's still a very surreal moment of like, this is actually sort of a career at the moment for me. And you know, hindsight's a weird thing. You know, you do sit back and you go, wow, when I was so like back then was going, even if one person watches, I consider that an achievement. And then you get to a point where it's like, wow, all the things I've achieved over that short period of time, it's insane. So you should never discount your own personal goals. If you achieve something that you believe is important to you, that is so much more important than what someone else thinks, if that makes sense.
It does. And let me say this too. It's important to have set your own goals for yourself, no matter how big or small they are. If they're important to you, that's all that matters. This is something that I've always felt to be true in my heart, and something I want to express to any aspiring streamers out there. Make content that you want to make and go at your own pace.
Yes.
It's not a race, it's not a competition. The moment you start comparing yourself to other streamers and other creators, you are setting yourself up to fail.
Yes.
Because, like, I've accepted I will never be as big as CNanners or Gassy Mexican or Markiplier. I will never reach their level. And I am completely fine with that because I'm not Markiplier. I'm not CNanners. They are. I'm just Reach. I'm just a girl making her way through life, doing what I love at my own pace and just doing what I want. And that is the mindset that I want any other aspiring streamer to have. Make the content you want to make and do it at your own pace, and the rest will follow.
I guess the other thing is, from my perspective as well, especially with what I'm doing at the moment, another thing I really like to encourage people is don't be afraid to try things. I've had to learn that really very much so the last couple of months. I can see you smiling, Rileyy. Is that I've gone out of I wouldn't say, well, I've gone out of my comfort zone, but not, if that makes sense. You get set in your little ways and that especially when you're just doing streaming from a hobby perspective where you're like, just gonna do this, gonna do that, and then you're trying to do it a little bit differently. And so, like, don't be afraid to experiment with different, like, whether it's going onto YouTube or putting up different types of videos or streaming at different times and things like that. And if it doesn't work, so be it. If it does work, it's awesome, because what works for one doesn't work for the other, kind of thing. And I'm finding that out very much so at the moment. Some things that I still prove at the moment, I'm going, it's definitely not working for me. And then there's been some other things I'm like, all right, this is actually kind of working for me. Prime example is Destiny 2 was something that never used to work for me as a stream. People watch my Destiny 2 streams now, and I love that because it's something I really enjoy. The YouTube streaming once a week. It's something that Rileyy suggested to give a go, and I'm actually enjoying it. Sure, I want a shiny Bulbasaur. It's never going to frickin' happen, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, you just need to believe.
But in saying that, that's a conversation. That's a conversation, right? I'm finding at the moment, okay, Twitch and YouTube are very different platforms in a lot of ways, but there's a lot of crossover, right? But I'm finding that I'm getting some really strange viewers.
Are we really going to open up this topic of conversation, please?
Well, not specific names or anything, but so you get your trolls. That's normal. That's fine. We can all deal with that. But you occasionally get these viewers that are just odd. They're not really breaking rules. They're not really trolling. They're just weird. Have you had that happen to you at all, Reach, where they're just somebody you're like, you're not breaking any of my rules, you're fine, but there's just something about you that's really odd?
Oh God, I can actually think of a couple of instances.
Yeah,
well,
spill the tea. Let's go. I'm here for this.
I don't even know if I want to talk about one of them.
If it's not comfortable stuff, don't talk about it. But the ones I'm referring to are
not,
more hilarious than anything else.
I'm not. There's one I'm not going to talk about, and I'm very grateful that one of my mods was in the chat to handle it when they did.
Yeah.
But I think the strangest thing that I've ever had happen to me was someone came into my chat, obviously trolling because they had they had multiple accounts.
Oh, lovely.
Because like they posted this, it was the same message, copy and pasted from 2 different accounts. So I'm like, all
Ooh.
right, yeah, I see what this is all about. But like basically, I got told like, hey, I'll donate X amount of dollars if you expose yourself on stream. I'm like, no, banned.
Yeah, yep. I've heard of stuff like that happening. The
So-
really common one that's going around at the moment is obviously, if you want to be famous and get followers, that's happening a lot lately. The bots
That
that are
happened
doing.
like that happened to us during Extra Life, like during the RTDFW Extra Life stream. We had we had troll bots come into our chat, which
Oh, lovely.
Which again, shout out to the mods for hopping on that and getting rid of that immediately.
Mods are so important. If you've got mods you can trust, you feel very comfortable
Yeah.
as a streamer. But yeah,
The
but
level of trust, like I'm gonna go off on a bit of a tangent here.
Yeah.
The level of trust within the RTDFW leadership is probably almost unparalleled because we have 2 different levels of leadership within the community. There's admins and moderators, and like we all have different duties that we perform. But every admin and every moderator for RTDFW has full access to our community social medias, including the Twitch channel. So any one of them at any given time could log into the RTDFW Twitch account or start streaming to it. So there's always someone there. If RTDFW is streaming, obviously there's an admin or a moderator in charge of the stream, but there's usually always at least one other in the chat at any given time.
Moderators are so important to anything. Like
I'd
be lost without my mod team for my streams because I get all sorts of just weird, strange things going on, or just trolls, or just. But no, I can think of 2 very specific examples, especially being on YouTube more than it. Oh god, Riley's laughing.
Which one you're talking about?
So I had one today, and they've been in last week, and they got timed out last week on YouTube. And they came in. I was playing Pokemon, and at first they're like, "Oh, can I eat that Lapras?" And I'm going, "All right, fine." Because one of my other viewers, who's an amazing human being, and I love dealing, they're awesome, but he is just a weirdo. Quite often goes, "Oh, that Eevee looks tasty," or "Can we make a burger out of that?" And that's cool. And that, and if he was here, I'd be able to, he'd immediately acknowledge himself. That's Magic Man. Magic Man is just see, Reach is laughing already. Reach knows Magic. Magic has caused havoc in Minecraft servers, all in good fun. Like he's an amazing human being. But then this person's like, "Can I milk that Lapras?" And I'm like, this is getting even weirder. It was just that moment of like, I just didn't react, and I think it was Danny and a few others jumped on it and went, "All right, you're getting timed out," but they came back again today and did it again. Like, oh my god, where are you? Why would you do this? So there was that one, right? The other one, who seems very sweet but is very, very strange. Talks in a lot of owo uwu kind of like, but not just in that way, but almost in a like RP, like role playing kind of their character type. It's so bizarre, and like I know some people, but it was a really and Riley's cringing because Riley's like, oh god.
I know.
You know exactly who I'm talking about. But like, I'm finding more of these kind of strange people coming into my YouTube than I have ever had in Twitch. And I just don't know why. I don't know whether it's because it is, I mean, a lot of my carryover at the moment is Twitch people, and I'm forever grateful that my community has just gone, wherever you stream, we're cool with. But like, I'm getting some really nice people coming in, and then I'm getting some really, really weird ones.
Easy answer, blame the algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just blame the algorithm.
It's so bizarre, but yeah, no, the milking the Pokemon one was just like I drew a line and went, oh god, don't, just please, please no, like, why is this a thing? So yeah, no, we all have interesting experiences on Twitch and social media. It's basically the end game here, and sometimes you got to take it in good like humor and laugh at the end of the day, but there are some really nasty situations which I'm sure we've all faced as well, and that's something that comes with putting yourself on a public scale, unfortunately. The other one which I'm going to point out, and I've said this a few times on the stream, and you know, and weigh in please, is that don't self-promote on people's chats or tweets unless it's like, hey guys, put your, you know, I want to meet new people. If that happens a lot, that's cool. So I put out a YouTube video and put a beautiful thumbnail done by Rileyy, and I get this random person who's not a follower, have no idea who this person was, going, I make professional thumbnails. Hit me up if you want them. I'm like...
You should go for it, Beaz.
And I'm like... Okay, firstly, no, I'm good, thanks. Secondly, I'm actually more insulted by the fact that you're saying this on something that has a clear picture of an amazing thumbnail, professionally done. Don't you think you're insulting the graphic artist who did it? And they continued this argument with me kind of backwards and forwards to the point that I just went, you just don't get what I'm saying. I'm over it. Goodbye. Kind of thing. Self-promotion. What's your opinion on why? Because it's so anti... Like, there's nothing wrong with promoting yourself in the correct ways, right? Networking and getting to know people and that. But what goes through your head if you have someone come into your chat, or in Riley's case, commenting on things and that on your social medias and that, who are like promoting themselves that you've never met, you've got no idea who they are, they just randomly pop up. What's your reaction to that?
Well, first of all, it's strictly stated in my Twitch chat rules that self-promotion is strictly prohibited and will result in a ban, full stop.
Yeah.
As far as a platform like Twitter goes, if I put out a tweet saying I am looking for someone to perform XYZ service, do you have any recommendations? And like, I'm fully aware that there are people out there who just search buzzwords on Twitter to find those types of tweets just so they can promote their stuff. And if it's on a tweet where I'm asking for a specific service, that's fine.
Yeah,
you're answering the call I put out.
Yeah.
If you just randomly insert yourself into something completely unrelated, or you're trying to shoehorn your way in to my content, that is not okay. Because I have always been one of my biggest things. This is something that I practice very much in real life as I do on the internet. If I want to do business with you, I will reach out to you. There are, because like there are some services and some businesses that I use that I have used for years, and there have been people like people or other brands trying to get me to like switch over to them to use the exact same service. I'm just like, no, I'm good. It's like, I'm like, don't fix what ain't broke.
Yeah.
And most of the time they'd be like, all right, no worries, have a good day. But it's the people that are like overly persistent. Like they try to insist that I come over to use their service or whatever. I'm just like, okay, like now we're at the point where the more you try to convince me, the more I want to do business with you even less.
That's exactly how I was feeling.
Grave.
It was so bad. But the irony is I couldn't help myself. Do you ever have those moments where you play along with it though, or you'd make fun of it later on? Like, I used to love telemarketers ringing me on the phone, and I would just like play them for long as I could, and then be like, all right, that's enough now, just to annoy them, because it would be like, or ask them questions that force them to think, especially, or if it was a scammer, that's always fun. Like, you do that when I'm in that mood, I'll just do that. But this situation was like, I was literally talking about this on my stream one day, and I'm like, I'm gonna do like 24 hours, because this guy was doing like Fortnite thumbnails or something like that. And they look, no offense, they looked pretty dodgy. And I'm like, oh guys, I'm gonna Fortnite streams every day, content wall to wall Fortnite stream. It's gonna have Beaz Fortnite stream. Like it just, I try to put a positive spin and make it into a joke, but like the whole time that's gone through my head, and this is where I want to get Riley's viewpoint, is that as the person whose work is almost being, whether the guy was trying to deny it or not, being openly criticized, how does that make you feel as the person on the receiving end of that criticism? You know what I mean? Like, how do you deal with that?
I mean, I hate my work anyway, but you should know this.
Yeah, but that's all artists. They're also critical of their own work. Except this guy. This guy thinks he's God's gift to everybody, but that's fine.
Okay, right. Down to earth, realistically, honestly, was not bothered, because at the end of the day, most of the accounts that you see, like the NAF ones, that you can tell they're just doing it like to make some money, or what's it called? The Robo Blocks coin stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of cash. They're after that, and then you've got the accounts where it's, oh, commission me to do your emotes, and they've stolen someone else's emotes, or they're like tracing over them. Like, you can work it out pretty quickly, and I'd like to think that most streamers or people looking for stuff have the common sense to look and be like, yeah, no. Because especially when you tweet something out asking for like service, and then you get like 5 messages saying, DM me, I will send you. No, if you're going to be professional, you should probably link to your portfolio, link to contacts, and then, I mean, I normally do it as like, oh, you know, it doesn't matter if my services aren't what you want, you know, good luck on your branding, I'll still support regardless. But it's just, I just don't like rude people. Like, I had someone email me last night for a commission, just being like, oh, cool, yeah, I want this, and I want this, and I want this. By the way, you're going to give me a discount, right? Because I'm ordering so much. And I'm like, hi. So,
wow.
where was it advertised? A couple of weeks ago, someone thought it'd be a good idea to steal one of my designs and just post it all over their Instagram. And Instagram's notorious for artist work being stolen.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's just how people reply with, oh, I didn't realize this was by you. And it's like, it's so easy to reverse image search. It's so easy to like look at the watermark.
Yeah.
And then when everyone's messaging you saying, actually, maybe you should take this down, it's kind of nabbed. It's, oh yeah, I didn't know, I didn't think. Oh, what? I'm sorry, I've just lost patience with the human race at this point. Like, it's just 3 simple things: be nice, be polite, and just remember that everyone's human. Like, we all have lives. Like, for example, last night I was up till 3 a.m. doing a had to be done, which I'm happy doing because I enjoy working with my friends. But at the same time, when everyone's sending you emails, and then social media as well, being like, where's my stuff? But oh, I accidentally deleted it. I can't do it. I can't do it all. I don't have the capacity.
Yeah, no, there's a fine line there, and that gets really hard. Like, but it seemed for me as a client, I was like, I was actually offended on your behalf, which is really an odd feeling. But I guess that also comes with the friendship side as well. And it was like, you've commented on something that's got someone's work that I've obviously given the go ahead to, and it's like abundantly clear if you took any kind of notice over my entire YouTube or my Twitter, how many times I've mentioned that Rileyy does all my thumbnails and it's all consistent and it all, you know, it's all the same like style and everything else. You would know that I've got someone. And you've just gone on there and gone, hey, I can make you something that looks like it's been made in Microsoft Paint.
I think it's a different story when someone like does something that you don't necessarily have to use, but it's like it's just there. Like when I was first starting out as a designer, I was just doing random things to random people, being like, oh, hey, here you go. This is an idea for you. Don't have to use it, but like it's practice for me and it's promo for you. I don't care. But it's the, like Reach says, the shoehorning.
Yeah.
And it's like that's just uncomfortable. But you, that's fine.
I couldn't do that. I just couldn't do that. I just think it's wrong. But yeah, no, it was just something that came to mind just then. But yeah. Anyway, let's talk about video games. Let's talk about this thing I was talking about before. So yes, this is games that came out in 2011. All right? 2011.
Oh, God.
I was shocked at some of the games that were on that list. It actually made me go, oh my God. So, Dead Space. Marvel and Capcom 3. Here's one that Luke will appreciate. Pokemon Black and White came out in 2011. That's not the right gen, but it's Pokemon. That's 10 years old.
What?
Yeah.
Danny's shocked.
Crisis 2. The remake for Mortal Kombat. Portal 2. LA Noire. The Witcher 2. Infamous 2. Lots of 2s here. Infamous 2. Bastion. Catherine. Deus Ex Human Revolution. Resistance 3. Right. Warhammer. Dark Souls. Dark Souls is officially 10 years old. Batman Arkham City is 10 years old. So that's not even the first one. That's the last one, isn't it? Because it was Arkham... Hang on, how's it go? Arkham Asylum. And then City was next? I don't remember.
Good games, though.
Oh, amazing games. Uncharted 3 is 10 years old this year. Uncharted 3 is 10 years old. That is insane. Skyrim is 10 years old this year. And they're still releasing it as if it's a new game.
10 years later, Todd Howard is still finding new and creative ways to sell the same damn video games. And it's working.
10 years. Saints Row the Third.
Oh, okay, that one hurts.
Yeah, this one hurt me next. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is now 10 years old. It needs a remake. It's going to happen this year. It's 10 years old. It's going to happen. That's it. But yeah, there are some games on there I'm like, how can these be 10 years old?
Okay.
Halo is not 20 years old. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, Halo. Hang on, let me look that up. When was Halo released? Halo.
Do not do that to me. No.
When was Halo? So, is any of those games on there? Did anyone play on release? Is my big question here. Do any of them stick out to you as? There it is, Halo.
My God.
2011. I really wasn't playing many video games back then, to be honest. I grew up with a family that
oh my God, it is
honestly
20 years
kind of
this
believed
year.
that video games were like, they didn't fall like far into the category, but they believed like the whole like video games would be more counterproductive
Yeah.
as far as like mental growth and stuff like that, and it's I ended up missing out on a lot of stuff as a
Yeah.
result. So but I remember I think I started playing Halo back in 2010 is when I first got it and started playing it. But like, so yeah, even then it's been over 10 years for me since I started playing
Halo Combat Evolved. Brace yourself. We'll be celebrating 20 years in November. Halo is 20 years old this year in November. That just
It's okay.
that just blows my mind.
Halo Reach is 11 years old. Okay, Halo Reach I think I played on release because I remember being so excited for it.
Well, that's 11 years old. Wow. All right. It's all over. We're aging rapidly. It's over. Wow. All right. Well, there you go. That's just madness.
I need to go online and order a gray wig now. I feel so.
Oh my gosh.
No wonder I'm getting grey hairs in my beard. That's just crazy. That's just mad.
Oh yeah, the Halo Combat Evolved anniversary is 10 years 10 years old this year too.
That is mad.
Great.
I'm just looking at news stories as well. What else we got here? So Final Fantasy's got a trailer release for the next chapter DLC downloadable expansion thingy. So that's a thing. Then what? I don't play Final Fantasy.
No, it doesn't matter if you play Final Fantasy or not. It's more the fact that you look at those graphics, you look what they did to Alfie. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous elf. Love him.
Is that genuine or sarcastic?
No. He's great. We appreciate the tweets.
Oh, right.
Like, because someone posted like a comparison from when the game first came out to now, and it's just beautiful. What Square's doing with their graphics right now is insane.
Right. Yes.
And a new role as well, new job. Good feeling. Yeah, Beast. I think you should try it again, Beast.
No. I played enough. No, I've played enough Final Fantasy that I went to a wedding, and that's all that matters. It shut everyone up. I went to the wedding, and that was all that I needed to do. For those who play Destiny, the new season did start this week, so that's exciting. There's a lot of content. There is a huge amount of content, and what the amazing thing is, there's a lot of Destiny 1 weapons coming back, including there was someone caught in a screenshot of the Gjallarhorn, or the Yallarhorn, sorry, because if you say it Gjallarhorn, Petal will kill you. Yallarhorn. In the background, and I posted that, and both Petal and Silent nearly had a heart attack. Oh, look, there's one of those famous bots. Hi.
Yeah, bye.
How apropos is the fact that just happened? How is that? Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that slight distraction, so yeah, that weapon was like the most exciting thing that everyone wanted in Destiny 1. Huge, like if you got the Yallarhorn, it was like you were one of the cool kids kind of thing. So it's very cool that it's coming back. So yeah, what other news? What have we got here? Yes, you were just saying about Sage job class in Final Fantasy 14.
Looks cool.
Endwalker.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Lots of PS5 versions of things coming out too. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a PS5 version of Final Fantasy coming out too online.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
So you'll be able to play it on PS5. So that's a thing. Apparently, Nintendo's releasing a documentary on March the 1st.
Oh.
Don't know much about that other than it's happening, apparently. And after... Oh, this one was interesting. Right, so Smash Bros. Melee, right, from the GameCube. Very popular game. Everyone, knows about that.
Yeah.
There was a competition that was set up 1 billion years ago by Polygon, I think. Yeah, and so this game has been out for nearly 20 years, and there was a competition to shoot all the names in the credits because it's a little thing you can do at the end. No one's done it until recently, or been able to prove they've done it until recently. So this person hit 190 names. This has not been done. It took them 50 hours of trying.
Wow.
The dedication, right? The dedication. And apparently there was a $3,000 prize that they've now been able to claim, if I'm reading this correctly.
I mean, that's good. Good on them. Well,
good on Polygon for paying out.
Yeah, isn't that insane? Something like that, I love hearing those stories where someone's found something in a game that's been out for 1 billion years. Jeez. People are still finding secrets in things like Super Mario 64 and things like that. It's like, wow, okay, that's cool. So, yeah. Question for you, Rileyy.
Hello,
what do you hope for for the new Melee class?
A decent DPS, one that's accessible, and one that isn't complicated, like my summoner boy is. The rotation is horrendous. I just like the pretty carbuncle. just let me hit things and and not get mowed at by the tank. That's all I ask.
That's all you want from life.
That's all I ask. Like the healer looks really cool, and I'd be great, but I can't heal for shit. So yeah, no, I'm not doing that. It does look pretty though, but it's not happening.
So Dragoon Rileyy.
I just want something I can use and I'm not going to be bad at. I feel like I'm and one day, maybe I'll understand the rotation of summoner, but for now, I'm just like, I'm mashing buttons, and then I've got Luke and Tori telling me I'm doing it wrong.
Oh,
It's like Pokemon. Like in Pokemon Sword, I only caught 6 Pokemon. I finished the game. And then I had Danny on me being like, Rileyy.
Oh, really? I didn't know you only caught 6 Pokemon. How did you manage to only catch 6 Pokemon is my question.
Because, like, okay, right.
Are they all Yampers?
No.
Oh.
I know. I had my my Sobble, and then I had a Yamper, and then I had a Foxy thing, and then
I had a Foxy thing.
That, and then I had a Ninetales, and then I didn't have any.
I'm having flashbacks to last week. You explaining Pokemon is like gay Superman explaining Destiny 2. A Foxy thing and this thing. And...
I just play it because I just want to get through it so I don't get spoiled. And then afterwards, I'm like, I need to shiny hunt. Luke, fill up my Pokedex for me. So.
Except here's the difference. Alex just went off on a whole rant of.
Oh yeah, Alex last week, and it is a moment that I am so tempted to just have a sit-down interviewed style video with Alex on how they perceive Destiny 2 as a game just for content value. I loved last week. I have not laughed that much at something just out there. It was the best explanation. And then watching Pedal and Silent, like, their brains cracking visibly in the chat was just the thing that we all needed last week. It was a moment.
Beaz, you don't understand. I will pay you legitimate money to make this happen.
Like I want to
happen, please.
It's like gay Superman explains Destiny 2.
Yeah.
I will sponsor the goddamn video to make this happen.
Yeah.
We might have to do that because it was one of those moments like, you see those videos like where they show like, what's this Pokemon? It's like older people or people, and they're going, they've got to name or give the Pokemon a name. There's that really awesome video. What's that?
I'm going to call him Hamilton.
Yeah, oh, you know the video I'm talking. There's this real sweet, like, old lady, and she's, like, getting shown Pokemon. Oh, yes. Yeah, oh yeah, Hamilton. Oh, he looks like a Hamilton grandma. Yeah, he's Hamilton. He's... yeah, so it was good. But, it's that... It's so weird with trying to talk to people about a game that you're so passionate about and then hearing someone trying to explain something from it, and you can visibly and physically feel your brain going, I've got to remember that these guys don't have that same level of understanding of this game, or they haven't played enough of it to understand how the game works. Oh, absolutely. Just so we can get their reactions charming. Just their faces. No mic. Silent and Pedal. Alex explaining Destiny 2. Brilliant. And you can just see their visible, like, melting.
If someone ever did that to me, like with the Halo franchise, because I started playing it late, but the Halo franchise is very near and dear to my heart. If ever someone did that to me with the Halo franchise, I would have to make sure I have a full bottle of liquor somewhere within arm's reach, because it's either I drink out of the bottle or I hit you. One of the two.
One of the two.
And I can't guarantee I won't hit you with the bottle by the end of it.
I was going to say, by the end of it, you've drunk the liquor, and well, now there's no use for the bottle other than to hit you with it. Oh, so yeah. Other than that, there's not been I have to say that there hasn't been an awful lot of news. Is there any games and things that you're excited for that are coming out in the next couple of months that you can't wait for? I can think of 2 off the top of my head, but
As someone who has never played the Mass Effect games, I am very excited for the Legendary Edition
I
because
did
this
see
is the
that.
perfect excuse for me to get into Mass Effect, especially with the new one, with the supposed new Mass Effect game. And fight me, it's a new Mass Effect game that they teased at the Game Awards, possibly tying into Andromeda. I now need to get, like, I need to play 1 through 3, and now I need to play Andromeda, and I need to do all of this before this new Mass Effect game comes out, which it might not come out until next year. We don't know.
Yeah.
It was just teased back in December, so we don't know what the actual timeline is. But with the Legendary Edition, this is the perfect excuse for me to start getting into it, and I will absolutely be doing it on Twitch. I'm absolutely live streaming it.
You've only played an hour of Halo, Charming. What is wrong with you? As someone who plays first-person shooters too. Silent. Silent's not here, but Silent needs to fix
Right.
this. Silent needs to organize a Charming and Silent Halo.
I'll do it. Shit, hey, like Charming, if you want to do a co-op playthrough on Twitch, I'm totally down.
You've only ever played the multiplayer. I mean, I understand playing the multiplayer. Oh god, Halo multiplayer. Oh, it's so good. So yeah. So yours thinking. What about you, Riley?
Okay, so I'm kind of biased on one of them. Pokemon Snap looks really. I'm excited to play that.
I'm
I
on
really
that
want
page. I'm so excited.
And then the other one, just because I'm devil's advocate, I know it's really going to like Luke. I really am excited for the FNAF game when that comes out, PlayStation 5. Just because it's a different...
God, what's it called?
Oh, I don't bloody know what it's called.
FNAF Control Center or something like that, or Control.
But it's different.
Security breach.
It's different to the normal ones, so I'm excited because it looks like the animatronics are actually the good beans, and you hide inside them, and then there's like the one evil demonic rabbit. So
yeah, it's I don't know, it's very odd, but it also looks like it's free roam.
Yes,
which is something really really odd for FNAF. So yeah, for me, Pokemon Snap. Oh my god, that game cannot come out soon enough. Oh. And the other one that I'm looking forward to is Resident Evil Village.
Okay.
Because I really, really loved 7. Like, Resident Evil 7 was an amazing game, and it's a continuation of that because Ethan and Mia are in this game. So I'll be curious to see how they carry it on. But I had to laugh. There was So the big thing about that game is not the gameplay, the mechanics, and everything. It's the 9-foot tall lady with her hat. We understand. Everyone is, out there for her. And it's like, all right, cool. I have to laugh, though. Back to a Destiny thing here for a second, because Destiny tweeted out, so we hear you like 9-foot tall women with hats, and then posted the character for the new season, who is a 9-foot tall space rhino with a hat. And she's a dude. She's a she. And she's an interesting character, and I was like, that is so funny that they reference Katao. That's it. That's the name. I can't pronounce it because the Cabal are weird. They're like space rhinos, and they have weird names. But like, yeah, they're like, because that's a big thing at the moment. Nobody cares about the gameplay for Resident Evil, which I'm excited about because if it's like 7 played so well.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all talking about the 9-foot tall lady with a big hat and everything else about her.
See, I wasn't going to say anything about the new Resident Evil game because we were going to very quickly get into Breach of TOS territory there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, right. Yeah. Although apparently I heard that there's going to be sex scenes in this game as well, which I'm like, why? Why does that need that? It's a Resident Evil game. Has there been a need for that in a Resident Evil game?
Meanwhile, I'm just over here like, be still, my gay heart.
Like, yeah. I mean, in tragic news, one of the actresses who played one of the daughters to that character died. 38 too, which is really sad. But she was battling illness, so. But yeah. So, yeah, no, Destiny was like, ha, we're going to just make this, a thing, so.
Good marketing then.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Really good marketing.
If the opportunity is there, you take it.
It's so strange, though. So strange. She says she's weird. She's weird. She's a weird one. She's a weird one. Yeah. So, Keitel. Is it Keitel? Keitel. I don't know. The Cabal have weird names. All right. So yeah, but no. If it's anything like Resident Evil 7, I think I'll enjoy it. So, because Biohazard was amazing. Weird, but all Resident Evil games have their weird moments.
That's fair.
Right, Riley's cringing. Why are you cringing, Riley?
Resident Evil is like traumatized me as a child.
Okay.
I can't. So when I saw the trailer for Resident Evil, I legit.
Oh really?
Like I can't be doing it. And then every time a new trailer drops, I'm like, you know what? I'll watch it. I'll be brave. And then I come away from it, and I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I'm excited to see people's reactions.
So you want me to send you a thing saying I need Resident Evil 7 thumbnails and Resident Evil 7 overlays, and I want lots and lots of. Oh, sorry, no, Resident Evil 8. I want a big hatted lady and big everything else lady, and
Nemesis scarred me. I can't do it. It actually terrifies me. No.
What did Resident Evil? Which one?
I don't like. I think it's the third one with Nemesis.
Oh yeah, Nemesis is the third one. Yeah.
The second one freaks me out. The first one, just that initial, like when you first meet. Those things, I can't be dealing with it. And of course, when I was playing it at the time, my father thought it would be a good idea. I know it's 8, it'd be fine. Just sit him in a dark room. That's your introduction to Resident Evil. You play that. You play that game. No. No. I can't do it. I have to watch people play through it, and even then, I'm like,
oh, you know what? You know what you need? You need to play Resident Evil 7 Biohazard in VR.
No zombies. No zombie dogs. No crazy axe wielding people. No. No.
You get into a chainsaw fight with Jack Baker.
Well, apparently one of the Resident Evil games you can do multiplayer on.
Yes, there is. I can't remember which one it is.
The only time I do Resident Evil is if it was multiplayer, because
I'd love a co-op Resident Evil. That'd be cool.
I'll hide behind the wall. You get rid of all the bad things, and then I'll come out and I'll play the game.
But the molded just want a hug. The molded are great.
No.
When am I finishing my Madhouse run? I do need to go back to my Madhouse run. I was too busy battling Marguerite, the bug lady, the gross bug lady, who has just infections in places you never want to get them.
Yes, please.
She's nasty. She's nasty. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to is Resident Evil 8 and Pokemon Snap. Completely polar opposite games, you know. Take pictures of Pokemon in their natural habitat, big creepy vampire lady and all these horrible creatures trying to kill you.
Woo.
Woo indeed. Woo indeed. So, yes. Any other things you want to talk about? Any gaming stuff? Any news? Anything you've seen? Any, gossip? Any...
Can I mention it? Just because I know it's going to make Danny laugh. Pokemon Days this month. What happens if we get remakes?
I'm telling you, if they release Pokemon Gen 4 in Let's Go style, I need to see Luke's reaction more than anything else.
Yeah.
I need you to record that. I need to see this.
I think all of Twitter needs to see it at this point.
Like, we were talking about that actually during the stream today. I think it was Matthias was referencing. Was like, if they do that, because there are rumors. There are a lot of rumors. Like, yeah. I'm on that boat, Pedal. I haven't played Gen 4. So I'm looking forward to whatever comes out. I
just want to see the Katy Perry song. That's all I'm ready for Pokemon Day. New Katy Perry song. You give me that content.
No, she's got a song called Diamonds, and she's got a song about pearls. So there you go. I mean, Gen 4 confirmed. That's how this thing works.
YouTube video, beast, go.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I got to react to everything. I'm gonna, I want to react to Luke's reaction. That's what I want to do.
Chain reaction.
Chain
yeah,
reaction.
reaction.
Just
The exception.
exactly. Oh god. Just have the screens like. But yeah, nah. Yeah, we got some interesting times ahead. There's so many anniversaries this year, as Luke and I were talking about a couple of weeks ago. So it's going to be an interesting year for games, I think. I think we're going to get some very left field announcements too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Before we wrap up or anything, is there anything else you guys want to say? Is there anyone in the chat that's got any questions for myself, Riley, or Reach?
The only other thing I think would be worth mentioning is that Bethesda did announce yesterday morning that their co-founder and CEO Robert Altman did pass away at the age of 73. They haven't released a cause of death yet, but it is something that we did mention on Thursday. I just felt it was worth mentioning again here. Also, something I didn't realize is that he was actually married to Linda Carter. Who was the actress for Wonder Woman back in the 70s.
Oh, there you go. Wow, I didn't know that. There you go. We do have one question, but it's not related to the AuraCast. Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm worried. So yeah, all right. Well, let me do my little spiel. I've got to do a little spiel. Ruby tonight or tomorrow? Oh, good lord. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it as soon as I hop off the call.
Yeah. Ruby. The season is back. We've had our mid-season break. For those who don't know what Ruby is a Rooster Teeth series that is just amazing. But yes. So anyway, this the AuraCast is start again. The AuraCast is partnered with Juju Energy. Juju Energy is a professional game grade formula. It's a great energy drink that I have been drinking for quite a while. We've been partnered with them for quite a while now. They have just released a new flavor in the last couple of weeks, which is pina colada. So if you like that kind of thing, it actually sounds really nice. And so, yeah, if you want to, you can check it out at their website. It is jujuenergy.com, and you can use the code AGFAM for 10% discount. And the team also gets a bit of the commission as well, which helps us to be able to do other things for the team and the community. But yeah, it's really good. It's good for it's like vitamins and minerals in it. It's got a thing called Ludamax, which is good for your eyesight. If you spend a lot of time looking at computers, there's the blue light that can damage your eyes, so it helps keep your eyes strengthened in that. And yeah, it doesn't. I'm not a big energy drink person, mainly because I have them and then afterwards I feel like crap, like when it's worn off. I don't have that with this. I don't have that crash effect, which is really nice. Comes in a variety of flavors. They have shakers as well, and other merch. So make sure you check that out and use code AGFAM. So yeah. On that note, I think that's about it. So thank you, Reach, for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was always a pleasure.
Once again, welcome to the Aura Guardians.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We now own your soul.
I expected as much.
Thank you for filling in for that other thing, Riley. I appreciate it.
He's working again next weekend.
What's that? He's working again next
weekend.
Oh, do you want to come back and co-host next weekend?
People might hate me, in which case I'm like, I'm fine. Okay.
Oh, you don't worry about the haters. They're fine. You just send them to go get thumbnails from the
shade of it all, the shade.
But thank you for joining me and co-hosting. And yeah, so if you have missed any of this or have missed previous episodes of the AuraCast, you can find it on our official YouTube channel. And also it is available in an audio format on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And if you are one who does listen to those or watches that, make sure you leave a comment and a like and let us know what you want to see. If you want to see any future guests or things you want us to talk about, make sure you let us know, because we're always listening. But yes, thank you for being here, and we will see you next week, same time. All right, bye, guys.
Hashtag all caps are hats.